Hello, welcome. Come on in and get settled. Arthur, just tell me when you want me to start or when you guys are ready back there. Yeah? Okay. Good morning. Morning. Hello. Ready to get started today? Yeah. All right. It sounds like I'm echoing. Am I echoing or? You're good now. You're not echoing. Yeah. Okay. So please put your phones on do not disturb without any noise, vibrations, or airplane mode preferably. As we get settled here, sit wherever is comfortable for you. And since we're starting the day, if you want to go ahead and just activate Reiki with your hands and place them on your body just to start that connection. I love one hand over my heart and one hand on my belly. But however it feels right, if it feels right to activate that Reiki and just start getting settled into this experience today. There's a lot of amazing presentations coming, a lot of healing happening already, I'm sure. And this is all about the root chakra today, so just getting settled, getting grounded in your body, feeling the light of the earth rising up through the bottoms of your feet or the bottoms of your legs. And we'll just intend that the light of Reiki is filling this space. As we bring all of our intentions and energies here together, we also invite the beautiful beings of the light to be present here with us, surrounding us, offering their wisdom and blessings to each of us. And if your eyes are closed, you can go ahead and open your eyes when you're ready. My name is Jules Davis. I met a lot of you hugging you on the way in last night. Thank you for being here. I'm an International Center for Reiki Training licensed Reiki Master Teacher and Mentor Teacher with the LRMT program. I'm also a professional psychic and medium, medical intuitive, sound healer, crystal healer, spiritual teacher, and I'm based in Redondo Beach in California. And I'm here today to do a presentation on healing the root chakra, which I feel like we could go on the entire weekend talking about this subject. But it's been an instrumental part of my healing journey, really recognizing different aspects of the root chakra and how it's connected and the foundation, really, of our healing. So I'm going to be talking about that today. And I'm excited to share all of this information with you as much as I can. And then we're going to do a little healing experience to connect with our ancestral healing, because that's also a very important part of our healing journey and connected to root chakra issues, we could call them. So welcome. And at the end, if there's anybody who wants to talk to me privately, if we don't have time to do a Q&A or something like that, feel free to come up to me maybe at lunch, because Tracy will be right after me. So most people here, I'm sure, know about the chakra system. It's one component of our energetic system. If you don't know what a chakra is, it translates to wheel or disc. It's a central part of the energetic system where the nadis, or different energy centers, or the system of energy, all comes into a central point. Dun, dun, dun. I have magical powers. And anyways, it's much like a spiritual nervous system. And in these central points, it's a direct connection, and they have various aspects of our healing contained within them, or they're affecting different parts of our healing. So they affect us on a physical level, a mental level, an emotional level, a spiritual level. And if that flow of energy is off, then something can be disrupted within our life force or any part of this system. The root chakra is in Sanskrit called Muladhara, and Mula means root, and Adhara means support or base. And it's located at the base of the spine, so our tailbone, the coccyx area. If you're into sound healing, the note is Si, and the mantra is Lam, so you can actually chant that if you want to empower the root chakra and give some vibrant energy into that area. The color is red, a nice, beautiful, bright, vibrant, powerful red color. You can also wear other earth tones if you want to expand or connect with that earthy side of you. The energy is a masculine energy, which we all have and should be connecting to in a balanced way. And the element is earth. This is really our foundation, connecting us, rooting us into this physical realm, into the earth. And just like a house, if the foundation is not stable, if our root chakra is not stable, it affects everything else. So if a house foundation is unstable, there's going to be problems in the house. If a tree's foundation doesn't have a good, strong root system, the tree can be dangerous. It can fall over, right? It can affect every aspect of the well-being of the tree. So much like that, if our root chakra is unstable or in a difficult state of healing, or still needs a lot of healing, then it can affect us in a negative way. But I want to first talk about the positive expression of the root chakra, just as a reminder that there's also a positive aspect. Of course, I'm focused on the healing aspect, and this is what can come if we heal the root chakra. So if the root chakra is in a strong, vibrant, energetic state, then we are grounded. You'll feel connected to your purpose. You're going to feel connected to your tribe, feel like you belong in your community. You'll have a stable home environment, and you'll feel very grounded into the earth. Like you belong here. I belong here on earth. I fit in. I'm happy here. You'll be secure in yourself and in your relationships, in your finances. You'll be comfortable making decisions. They'll come from a grounded, secure place. You'll be present in your physical body, and your life force energy will be vitality flowing through you. You'll be present with yourself and with your loved ones. You'll be present in your career. You'll wake up going, I'm so excited to go to work today, instead of, right? I'm sure that's happened at some point in your life. You'll feel stable emotionally, spiritually. You'll feel like things are just flowing effortlessly and things are consistent. You'll attract opportunities with ease. It's easier to manifest things into the physical realm if you're grounded, stable, and secure. But of course, we weren't all born here as perfect beings, otherwise we wouldn't be here, right? We're here to learn, we're here to grow, we're here to evolve. And some of the patterns that we may be experiencing lessons from or in need of healing from could be connected to our past lives. And these are things that we might have experienced in a past life, and they can manifest on are in need of healing in this current life. These are all, by the way, related to the root chakra. That's why I'm bringing them up. But all the different layers of healing, right, because this is the foundation, are connected. Ancestrally, the DNA of our ancestors and what they've been through is embodied both physically through epigenetics and also energetically within us. So any traumas or tragedies or difficult things that they've experienced, we're also having some sort of experience with. And then there's the early childhood development. There's different theories about the age of the root chakra. Some people say it's the first 7 years of life, from conception to the first 7 years. Some say it's conception until the first year or the second year. From preconception, and just think about the sperm and the egg, so this is containing that ancestral DNA that has potentially this trauma or other situations, PTSD, other things that people have experienced when they come together. And then the conception point was their love when that happened. What was the relationship of the parents who created this child? And then through the gestation, was there stress during the pregnancy? Was the relationship happy and healthy between the parents? These are all things that can affect the development of the child. And then the birthing process, I'll tell you a little bit more about myself as I go through this, but I came into this world in a very stressful way. I was a home birth in 1979 when it was very uncommon in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I even made the newspaper because I was a home birth, okay? And I was born upside down and backwards. It was a very stressful birth. I was immediately taken from my mother, and they had to work on her to save her. So I came into this world in a very stressful way. No fault of my mother's, right? But just the stress of that entrance, grand entrance, I'm a little dramatic over here. The grand entrance that I had was a stressful start to my physical manifestation on this earth. And I've talked a lot about this with different people, including OBGYNs, about that and how that can have an effect. One of my clients is an OBGYN, and we discovered some of the root of his anxiety was the way that he was birthed into this world. His mother also was very ill at the time. She had preeclampsia, and it was a dangerous delivery. So just things to think about if you are a mother. A lot of people don't know about their mother's birthing story, what happened when you were born, right? So these things all have an effect on us. So the delivery. And then there's the first 1 to 2 years. Were you welcomed? Were you wanted? Did you feel loved? What was going on in the family? Was there war? Was there stress at some way, collectively around us? So all of these have a significant, profound effect on who we are and who we develop into. And then there's, of course, the trauma, which I'm sure every single person in this room has experienced something difficult in their life. And these unhealed parts of ourselves continue to attract learning experiences to reinforce these patterns until they've healed. So we're healing a lot of stuff. It's a lot, right? We're constantly often in survival mode just to get through our days. We're like managing so many things. And survival is a central part of the root chakra. It's significant. I mean, to me, the most important things are to feel safe and to feel loved. And then with that, to feel supported, to feel heard, to feel seen, which is all an expression you could think of love or safety. And again, these are the core issues connected to the root chakra. Do you feel safe? Anybody had any safety issues in their life? Yeah? Where you didn't feel safe or something made you feel unsafe. And then we create these other patterns from that and often attract situations, again, that reinforce these belief systems. Even if it's completely subconscious, we don't know or realize at the time that we're doing that. So the root chakra is connected to so many important functions in the physical body. The vital life force, the chi, the ki, the prana, this is the starting point, essentially. And then our DNA, the gene mutations that come with that. There's gene mutations in those expressions of the traumas that I was talking about. If you learn about epigenetics, it's very fascinating. Legs, feet, knees, the rectum, tailbone, immune system, the nervous system, the male reproductive organs, degenerative arthritis, sciatica, eating disorders, colon and bowel stuff, constipation, I guess that would be connected to that. The bladder, fatigue, lethargy, bones and the skeletal system, the kidneys and the adrenal glands, weight issues, prostate, chronic inflammation, blood disorders, root chakra. And I'm starting to realize that the nervous system is integrally connected to every dysfunction in our body. So if we're constantly in that fight or flight, that chronic stress mode, it affects every aspect of who we are. It's hard to be in balance when we're in a state of stress. And sometimes we get so comfortable in that state of stress that we don't even realize we're stressed. We're just high-functioning, stressed-out people. Anybody been there? Yeah? And that has a significant effect on our well-being. And I always talk about this in my class, we do a really good job of surviving. We should give ourselves credit because we've been through a lot of really difficult stuff, and we're good at just putting it away somewhere so we can get through it. We can get through the day, we can get through to the next day, the year, whatever it takes. And so we put all of these things away and they start to collect. And if we don't heal them, they manifest into more challenging conditions to get our attention that we need to take care of ourselves. As healers, often we're really good at taking care of other people, not always so good at taking care of ourselves. So on the mental emotional level, the root chakra has a profound effect on fear. If you study Chinese medicine, the kidneys are very connected to fear energy. So fear, if we're in a state of fear, obviously that can create a lot of difficult issues for us. Not feeling safe anywhere. That can be a trigger constantly, and it can affect our relationships with people, the decisions that we make or don't make. Abandonment issues can very much be connected to this. Again, our family starts at conception. So do we feel like we belong? Are we loved? All of those things have such a significant effect on us. We can feel like we have a lack of direction, a lack of motivation. Hyper-independence is a trauma response for those women like myself who've had a lot of masculine energy. I can take care of myself. That's a survival mode, right? We take care of ourselves because we need to, because we have to, because we feel safer. I know something will get done if I do it. It's control, right? Those are all coming from a place of wounding. When I see people who need to be in control all the time, I have a lot of compassion for them because I know that that's coming from a hurt place. We can have a scarcity mindset. This is very much connected to money. And we can be in a state of victimhood or self-pity. Everything's always happening to me. They say when it rains, it pours, right? It's because often we get into that energy, that vibration, and then we just keep attracting bad thing after bad thing to us. And we're like, oh my God, another thing. But it's really because we haven't been able to break through of that energy, whether it's conscious or subconscious, that's telling us that we deserve these things on some level. We can be an overworker or an overperformer, and we might, again, need to control things. And sometimes we can be domineering or too bossy in that aspect. Catastrophizing, that was the thing that I learned about, where you think the worst is going to happen and you're always planning for the worst because you've had so many difficult experiences that you just expect or plan for the worst to happen. You can have a negative or a pessimistic mindset, be very black and white in your thinking. It's either this or that, right? Trust issues can come up for you, not feeling like you belong, that you're safe in the community, that you're safe in the tribe. You can be a hoarder, protecting yourself with physical things. Some people get very greedy and it's all about material possessions. That insecurity feeling of I don't feel safe, I don't belong, nobody likes me, all of that kind of stuff can come up. Feelings of unworthiness. A disconnection from people around you, feeling isolated, anxious, depressed, not wanting to be touched by others, trying to stay safe in that way. You might have really poor boundaries or really rigid boundaries as a sense of or a mode of protection. You might be hyper-vigilant, always aware of everything, too sensitive, overly aggressive, power-hungry, materialistic, competitive. You might procrastinate. Lots of wonderful things, right? All of these things that we can heal. And I share these with you, by the way, because we can heal this stuff. We can heal these aspects of ourselves. That's why I'm here, to talk to you about it. So again, the root of both vibrant health and chronic illness, in my opinion at this time, is that it can be traced back to our nervous system. And our nervous system is affected by what's happened, again, in this life, in past lives, our ancestral stuff that we're carrying around, and we can be stuck in that fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode. And I don't have time to overly explain all of this stuff to you today, but I just really want to introduce you to it so that you're getting, if it's not something that you're aware of already or talking about in your classes or with your sessions, that it's something that you are aware of. And so, again, the focus today is just one aspect of this, and that's going to be on ancestral trauma. So, if you didn't know, a person doesn't need to directly experience trauma in order to be affected by it. If your parents went through something really difficult, there's a high likelihood that you have some of that, literally, again, in your gene mutations that are created from that. So it's an epigenetic thing they're studying scientifically. And there's also the transgenerational trauma, so whatever they've been through can come down, and obviously they're influenced by that, so how they're parenting is because of their experiences in their life. But that can affect people who have been through especially really difficult circumstances, although I think all of our ancestors have been through difficult circumstances. There's no pain Olympics here, right? All of our parents and grandparents and everybody, bless you, has been experiencing some type of trauma or difficulty, but if they're descendants of slaves or refugees from wars or children of Holocaust survivors, this can be passed down and that PTSD can be inherited. So you're already starting in a hypervigilant state. You're already starting with that stress sort of in your system. I'm actually a descendant of Holocaust survivors, so there's already that in my system. And also both sides of the family have been through a lot in that realm. I'm Jewish, not the easiest time in the world right now to be that. So it's brought up a lot of stuff of making me very aware of that connection and how that's affecting me. Anyone related to someone with a traumatic experience, whether in the same generation, the immediate family, or subsequent generations, can experience symptoms. So healing ancestral trauma not only helps us as individuals, but it also helps the collective. Everything we do to heal ourselves helps the world. For me, peace will come if we work on ourselves. If we find peace within ourselves, peace will radiate out from us, and that will create an environment for peace. If we focus on division, we're going to radiate that out, and we're going to be in a divisive place. So who wants peace? Yeah, me too. So let's work on that. So it helps our collective when we heal ourselves. And then it helps our ancestors. Even if they've already made their transition to spirit, we can help them with their healing journey. As a professional medium, I've worked with a lot of members of the spirit world, and I can tell you it's wonderful when I feel whatever the person here is doing, that they're helping their ancestors heal, and there's an acknowledgement of that. Also, our descendants, whether or not you have children, it affects those who come after us, so the future generations. So everything that we're doing here today, thank you, all of you, for all the light that you're bringing to the world. You're helping the generations to come. We may or may not see the physical manifestation of peace in our lifetime, but if we're working towards peace, it will bring peace, because we will be affecting the future. So I'm going to go over some tips for healing and some affirmations, and then we're going to do a little healing exercise around our ancestors. Is everybody okay with that? Yeah? Okay. So when we're healing, just be as consistent as possible. Start simply. If you overcommit, you're going to let yourself down, and then you're going to be like, I didn't do it. Just start with one little thing. This year, I started this program for myself, 5 minutes, turned into 10 minutes, turned into 15 minutes, turned into 30 minutes. You know, I do it like in the morning and in the night, and it just became natural as I gradually expanded upon it, instead of something so big that it felt like, I don't have an hour to do that, so I'm not going to do it, right? Start small and just be consistent with it. Use your Reiki hand positions, especially over the heart and the hara, which is below the navel. That's a really good grounding point. You can even just put both hands down there. And you can do that with or without Reiki. If you're feeling ungrounded, put your hands on your body. It just brings your energy right in. It doesn't matter if you're giving yourself a whole Reiki session or a little mini Reiki session, it's going to be beneficial. Get outside in nature. It's free. One of the best places to ground your energy. Get sunlight also. It's really helpful not just for our physical well-being, but our mental and emotional well-being. Affirmations, I find, are one of the most powerful ways to change our mindset and change our energy. So I use those a lot with Reiki. I also give them a lot to my clients. So we're going to practice some affirmations next to help us. You can eat grounding foods, including red-colored foods, just to help to strengthen that root chakra energy. Any chakra that you feel is out of alignment, wear the color, eat the food, it helps to connect more with it. So wear the color red or earth tones, that'll ground you. Red is the color of power. It really is. So it gives you energy, it gives you vitality. Work with practitioners. For those of us who are hyper independent, we need help. Also, it's just good to receive. So work with practitioners, find a team to help you. Different practitioners have different effects on us. You don't have to do this alone. And you know, one of the things that I've really, really leaned into is my spirit team. I know that I'm never alone because I have this wonderful team from the spirit world that's always available to help me. And so I call on them all the time for support. So have some physical practitioners and have your spiritual practitioners out there. Ask them for help. And again, start a routine that feels manageable. Don't stress yourself out. That's not the point or the purpose. Do something that feels like it's just part of my day and then it just expands. Make time for fun and relaxation so we can get overly disciplined or overly focused on something too. So we need to be able to be in alignment and be in balance, right? So have fun, relax, take a day off. As William says, doing nothing is doing something, right? Do nothing. We need that. We need those days of recovery. If you're a workout person, you have to recover. You can't just work out constantly because your muscles will not be able to repair themselves. So think of it that way when we're doing the healing work. I want to do a little bit almost every day, but some days I want to just relax, right? So some things to consider if you're open to that part of your process. I'm sure you are if you're here. Affirmations for the root chakra. And again, I love this because it just brings the energy right in. If you feel comfortable, I want you to go ahead and say these affirmations with me and just see how they feel in your body when we're saying them. You can have your eyes open watching the screen or closed and just following my guidance, whatever feels right for you. We're just going to bring this energy of intention in. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded. I am secure. I am secure. I am secure. I am fully supported. I am fully supported. I am fully supported. We're saying it 3 times to make it count. I am fearless. I am fearless. I am fearless. I am worthy of self-care and nurturing. I am worthy of self-care and nurturing. I am worthy of self-care and nurturing. I am open to all possibilities. I am open to all possibilities. I am open to all possibilities. The earth is a safe place for me. The earth is a safe place for me. The earth is a safe place for me. I have abundance in my life. I have abundance in my life. I have abundance in my life. I love my body and trust its wisdom. I love my body and trust its wisdom. I love my body and trust its wisdom. Great. Good. How you guys feeling? How did that feel? Yeah? Good. Good. Right? Feeling a little powerful? A little charged up? Good. So we're going to do an exercise now. And to make it so that everybody can participate, including those online, I'm going to have us do it individually. And then I'm going to send Reiki, and I'm going to invite all of that spirit team to also send Reiki, and Reiki itself to send Reiki. So we're going to do a couple different steps here for healing. You can stay seated for this part. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes when you're ready. And Arthur, if you want to, you can start playing the music now. Just take a few breaths, connecting in with yourself. Some people are visual, some people are feelers, some people are thinkers. It doesn't matter how you get this information. There's no right or wrong answer here, okay? I want you to just tune into your body and ask your body where you're holding any negative thoughts, patterns, energies connected to your ancestors. Anything you might be carrying that doesn't belong to you, that you're ready to let go of. You might feel a sensation in your body. You might have a knowing. You might see it physically. And if you're not sure, just make it up. Where is your mind wandering to? Where is it going? Once you've identified a physical location, I want you to think of it as some sort of a shape or object. Mine became this really big rock, so if you can't think of one, you can think of it as a rock. But whatever comes to mind represents this energy that you're carrying with you. I want you to call upon your spirit guides, those who are holy and sacred to you, to come in now and participate in this part. And you can stay seated, or if you want to really get into it, you can stand up. We're going to break whatever this object is up. We're going to pull it out. We're going to extract it, and I want you to throw it down into the earth, all the way into that bubbling magma, where it can disintegrate and transmute into something else. You can use a tool. Those spiritual beings can assist you. It might take a little effort. Don't be surprised if it does. Give yourself permission to let it go. I'm ready to let this go. You don't have to carry it around anymore. You don't have to know everything that it's connected to. It doesn't matter. You don't need to carry this pain, these fears, whatever it is, with you anymore. I'm going to give you another minute to just keep working on that. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to clear it out. If you feel guided, of course, you can be giving yourself Reiki. Feel that energy moving out of you into the earth as it's transmuted. that hot molten lava disappears. Or if you're guided to do something else, that's totally fine. Follow your own inner guidance. I just want to let it go. I know not all of us have had peaceful relationships with our parents or our ancestors or siblings, our extended families. But in order to heal ourselves, we have to go beyond those relationships, accept that they've been there to help us heal, transform, evolve. I'm going to ask you now to imagine a row of your ancestors or them surrounding you and sending them love, thanking them for everything that they went through so that you could be here right now, having your life, your experiences. Thank them for the gifts that they've passed on to you, the strengths that they've given you, the lessons that they've taught you that have helped you to evolve. If there's somebody there in particular that you see, that you know, feel free to give them a hug if you feel inspired to do that. Just thank them for being a part of you, for creating you, for being connected to you. Loving you the best way that they could, even if you didn't know them in the physical world. They still loved you. They still love you. I want you to stay in that experience as we invite beautiful light of Reiki to come down and shine upon each of us. Healing any parts that need healing, empowering any parts that need empowering. Reiki flows through you into those who've come before you. Reiki also flows through you to the descendants and those who will come after you. just feel that light. There's one light unifying you with them and you with everybody else in this room. There's one light. Light continues to expand out into the earth. Every being on earth, feel that light of compassion, of love. Then bring your hands back to your body, connecting back in with your own energy. I am safe. I am supported. I am loved. Take as long as you need. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. I was so focused on you guys, I didn't remember that what I was doing here wasn't changing the slides. So you were doing it for me? Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. A little laughter is good too, coming out of that. I encourage you at some point today to walk around and just move your body. You know, the animals, they shake. That's how they get rid of the tension in their bodies. So shake it out. If you feel like doing it now, shake it out. Shake it down into the earth. Don't shake it on your neighbor. You can stand up if you want, shake it out, shake it into the earth. But just as you're walking around, shake it out, shake it into the earth. Let it go. You don't have to carry that heaviness around with you anymore. You know, a few years ago, I had a really big life-changing event, and I was like, why do I need to heal here? Because this keeps coming up for me. When I'm looking at my own life, I know it's always going to help other people around me because I'm like, this is coming up so that I can help more people. Thank you for that lesson. But it was a housing issue, and I had back-to-back housing issues. Safety, where are we supposed to be the most safe in our house, right? And so that's really where I got the guidance that this was an ancestral issue because I had done so much work on myself for so many years. And I realized that the safety and housing and where do you belong and are you safe to live somewhere was deeply connected to my ancestral roots. And so it was very powerful in that awakening of like feeling like I finally made the progress that I was looking for in healing this issue that kept coming up. So when you go through struggles or challenges in your life, ask not only what do you need to heal here, but what is it connected to? Because there's so many different layers and aspects to our healing journey as we discussed today. Would anybody like to share about that or have any questions for me about healing the root chakra or ancestral healing or anything else we've discussed? Yes? Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, You gonna bring the mic? Sorry.
Well, I'm a teacher.
Oh, okay.
I can just.
She's gonna bring you the mic so that the online people can hear. Thank you. Thanks, Carolyn.
Yeah, thank you. Just with my own Reiki work and some work I'm doing on someone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Someone that I'm working on now just recently had a seizure during a session, and she is prone to seizures, but it's definitely neurological, and it's definitely based. It just speaks to me. But then that was very powerful for me because my father has tethered himself to me, and he's been gone like 30 years, and I just told him it's okay because I'm safe, and so I came, that was awesome.
Thank you.
He's been with me, he's everywhere with me all the time, but I had to let him know it's okay, and that came. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I think somebody right behind you did you want to go? If you got the mic, go ahead.
That was amazing. Thank you. So I have a question.
Yeah.
In this meditation, I'll call it,
Yeah.
I realized something like my first one had some sort of a traumatic birth. He almost died. He's great. He's 35.
Uh-huh.
But there's some healing, that he needs to do. It's his journey. But how, as a parent, do I
Help him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most loving thing we can do is let people know that we're there for them, to support them, without forcing them to heal on our terms, right? So we can give them the tools or offer them some guidance if they want it. And if he's suffering from anything that you know of course, just support him in that way. But you can also send Reiki to the birthing process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I send it to him?
Yeah, I would send it to the birthing process and whatever happened during that time, the event itself, to help to change the energy around it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Does somebody else? Yeah? I think, yeah.
I've been healing a lot of ancestral curses, ancestral trauma. With the ancestral trauma, are your siblings also healed, and your children and your grandchildren or to be? So every future generation. You don't have to heal them too.
So like by healing yourself, is it healing them? Is that the question?
Correct.
I mean, I believe that the more we heal ourselves, the more we
Yes.
heal everybody around us.
Great.
Just by being healed or healing, right?
Okay.
They also have to do their own work because they're on their own soul journeys. So we can't heal them completely, but it does have a very positive effect on them.
Very good.
And those who've passed, I feel like it has a very positive effect on them. And those who are coming, it has a very positive effect on them. So it helps to change the energy, and through that can help to heal them.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That was absolutely lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I wanted to speak to your question because I had to give that a lot of thought too, because I do a lot of ancestral work. And the way that I see it, you explained it lovely, but it's also that kind of in the lineage around us, those people that we would wish would heal, I feel like we've introduced energetic potential. And that's how I see it. It's like I've created this space, this energy that's healed in the lineage. And when you're ready, it's accessible to you. And the message that came through for me so much doing this work is that everyone in my lineage is welcome in this healing, no matter what they've done, no matter how they're living in this life, whatever choices they're making. I've created new energetic potential for them to experience this healing that wasn't in the field before you guided that. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how I see it rippling. We can't do someone else's healing, but we can create that opportunity. So
Yeah, exactly.
anyway, that was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Arthur, is there a question from online or something?
I just want to share for the online people so that we are making sure we are including our online brethren here.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of questions, but they just wanted to share how meaningful it was to them. Also, that the root chakra is very important to our well-being. So thank you for this information and this presentation and this important work today.
Thank you. And thank you for whoever shared that online. Thank you. Anybody else have any questions or want to share about? Yes? Hold on, wait for the mic so we can all hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just curious, why do we have to heal for our ancestors? And that's one. And then second is sometimes, like in my healing work, when I work on myself, I felt like, oh man, this is not from me. It is from my ancestors, like the strong, like energy current. But then I'm like, dude, why don't you just pass on? Why are you like still here? Just move on. Like I'm genuinely curious, like why are you guys still like lingering, holding on to trauma? You're already gone. Like
Why didn't you do the work so I don't have to?
Yeah, just like move on. Yeah, it's better for everyone else.
Well, I think it's just part of our journey. They have done some healing at some level, and that's, the progression, right? And then it gets to us. And some of us have just been birthed into more adventurous families where we have more work to do, and we get extra credit for coming into this lifetime and to this ancestral lineage. And so it's not so much about us having to heal them, it's about wanting to heal ourselves. And in healing ourselves, it helps to heal those who have come before. So you have free will, you don't have to heal them, but I would just focus on you, and by doing that, it helps them. Yeah. Yeah, but they have done stuff. Often we blame them for everything because it's easy to do that. But they have given us a lot of wonderful gifts and tools, and they have survived through so much to get us to be here right now. And sometimes it's hard to get in that mindset when we've had difficult relationships, but really we should also get to a point where we can have compassion for them and then honor them if we want to.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody else have a question or want to share about that experience or feel comfortable? Yes. Jackie here in the...
Thank you. That was powerful. But I just had a question. Is there like root chakra for humanity collectively or like the earth? Because when you were going over like the issues that arise from a root chakra that's not healed, it was like all the root of the world's problems and all the conflicts. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering if there's like, if you could send Reiki to like the earth root chakra, or if there was anything like that out there.
Send it to the earth, send it to all the beings of the earth. Mm-hmm. And anywhere that you feel guided to send it to in the world, we can always send Reiki specifically to places or to the entire collective. Mm-hmm. And then Reiki respects free will, so it'll go wherever it is welcomed or wanted. Mm-hmm. But sure, send it to the earth, send it down deep into the earth, send it up to the heavens so that it spreads all around us. I mean, wherever you want to send it. I always find, again, that by us healing ourselves, it also helps the community. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we can be too focused on wanting to help others, and in that we can get distracted away from our own healing. So I recommend, again, focusing on our own healing. It's okay to send, it's wonderful to send Reiki to all the places that need it in the world too, and to the earth herself, because she needs it. And to the oceans and the sky and the animals and all of that, the trees and the plants, send it. And you'll get the wonderful feedback from that when you do it too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. There's somebody back there.
Could you talk about how the process is the same or different for you with past life work versus ancestral?
The difference between past life and ancestral healing?
Yeah, like do you have the same model of just asking like where am I carrying trauma from a past life?
Sure, you could definitely use the same model to heal past life stuff, absolutely. And ask where am I holding something connected to the past life that you want to work on, and then work on healing it. If you know about a past life, you could also send it to that past life specifically, and then through however many lifetimes you have had that experience as well. Or if you work with the Akashic Records, talk to Kathy Golden over here, she does, And all of us, do our own things with the past lives, but it's a great way to access that information too. You can send it to the Akashic, your records as well. So yeah, Whatever part of you that's holding on to something, let it go. When I did this, it was an intuitively guided experience that I did not too long ago. And it was like a rock in this area where I've manifested a lot of physical stuff in my lower chakras. And I was like, trying to break it up by myself. And I was like, I don't have to do it by myself. So I asked for help. And then they helped me. But then it was literally like, I felt like I physically needed to like move it, like get up and stand up and throw it into the earth. So that's what that inspiration was too, as part of that. So if you feel physically guided, add that to the process. When we're working with somebody on the table, it might not be appropriate to do that, but you could assist them and support them in whatever ways feel right for them too, as a practitioner.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Lisa Starana, who's another LRMT who's joining us online, said that the Earth's root chakra is actually in Mount Shasta, California.
Yeah.
And then there's different traditions that also, have that aspect, like Uluru and things where also are considered the root chakra of the Earth. So you can also look those things up. So
Yes.
thank you, Star. And here at Mago,
Thank you.
Tanya said?
There's a big flat rock, sorry.
Oh yeah, there's
a big-
lots of places, so
There's
that's
a
why I
big
don't give it
flat rock in
specific.
the far corner, sort of by the meditation lake, and 120 steps.
We can't hear you, Tanya.
Oh, dang it, I hate talking to microphones. Hello. So there's a big flat rock over by 120 steps and the meditation lake, and that is definitely a spot where you can go and really connect with that energy.
Yeah. Yeah, the Earth chakra, I think there's a lot of opinions about it. I love Mount Shasta. It's a beautiful place. There's so many ways to connect into that, root chakra energy. So also follow your own inner guidance. Like I'm speaking to you from my perspective. You might find new ways to connect with this energy or understand it or be guided in new ways as you're working with it. I just encourage you to work with it. Work on yourselves in whatever way that feels right for you. And, you're here in this beautiful, amazing place in nature. It's a great place to do some healing work, some introspection, connecting with the earth. So as you're just moving about through your day, stay grounded. I am safe, I am grounded, I'm supported as you walk around here. Thank you very much for listening and participating and for sharing and all of that. Thank you.